your Storm Tracker 13 forecast first. Sponsored by George Sink Injury Lawyers.
And hopefully we're able to go out and enjoy the sunshine that we saw for today. Hopefully we're also able to stay cool while doing it, because today temperatures were in those upper 80s. We also saw some mid to upper 90s across the PD and border belt. Well, we had plenty of sunshine earlier today. Right now we are left with mainly clear skies. We are not seeing any rainfall, although we really could use it. We do have some extreme drought across the area, but right now just a few passing clouds. Most areas will continue to stay dry. But I mentioned the drought earlier. We were seeing the extreme drought that was really mainly at the coast. Right now it extends farther inland, and very similar for parts closer towards the PD. We did see that extreme drought really just start to increase, which makes sense though. These areas in red are going to expand because we really haven't seen any rainfall in the past week. We are expected to see temperatures right now that are going to continue to cool down. Many of us though, if you are heading out along the coast, are still in those lower 80s. We're also looking at some 70s. Temperatures will continue to cool overnight, but the heat wave arrives for tomorrow and continues throughout the holiday weekend. We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Right now on News 13, bond denied for a Robeson County woman accused of killing her stepdaughter more than a decade ago. Plus, technology used by one local fire department to help you know when emergency vehicles are on the road and when to get out of the way.
Coverage you can count on at 11 starts now.
First at 11, a decision on a nearly 400-unit housing development in the Conway area deferred by the Horry County Planning Commission at the developer's request. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Adriana Lawrence. That decision came after a number of people spoke out against the proposal during public comment. News 13's Morgan Baker is live in the newsroom for us. And Morgan, you were at the meeting earlier tonight. What do those residents have to say?
Adriana, residents in attendance were overwhelmingly against rezoning for the development, with many voicing concerns about impacts on flooding and traffic along Highway 905.
You're changing the face of Conway. You're changing what God created into something else. You're playing God, and I don't like it. Sure.
Almost every hand went up when the Horry County Planning Commission asked who was against the proposed almost 400-unit housing development, which would rezone nearly 200 acres of land. Under the plan, the developer would donate a little over an acre for the expansion of an existing nearby fire station. They would also have naturally forested buffers ranging from 100 to 200 feet and keep homes out of the floodplains. But people who spoke at the meeting say that's not enough.
It is going to cause more of that runoff to go, like I said, to the swamp behind it and push everything back to all of us, to everybody in the area.
Under the proposal, the developer would pay a nearly $6,000 fee to the county for each home built, which adds up to about $2 million.
Pennies. It really comes down to pennies. Yeah. Because if you look at all what is going to need to update all these things, you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars over the years. And it's, what he's given is nothing.
The agreement also outlines funding for new turn lanes along Highway 905 and Old Reeves Ferry Road and $200,000 towards a traffic signal at that intersection. Many residents voiced concerns about the development worsening what they say is already terrible traffic along Highway 905.
They said about adding turning lanes and stuff. You don't think that would help at all?
No, it's too many cars, too little space.
After hearing public comment, a decision on the agreement and rezoning for the proposed development were deferred.
How long are they going to defer it? How many times are they going to defer it? Why don't they take this particular issue, because it's the biggest issue that's on this paper, and have a meeting about it and get it settled? Yeah. You can't keep deferring. You can't keep kicking the can down the road.
The decision on the agreement was deferred to the committee's next meeting, scheduled for August 6th. Residents I spoke with tonight say they will continue to push back against the proposed development. Live in the newsroom, Morgan Baker, News 13.
Morgan, thank you. A judge in Robeson County denied bond for a second time for the woman accused of killing her 18-year-old stepdaughter more than a decade ago. Connie Graham was arrested late last month in connection with the 2015 disappearance and death of Sarah Graham. She faces murder, felony conspiracy, and stealing, altering, or destroying evidence charges. Former Robeson County District Attorney Johnson Britt represents Connie Graham. He says she met all the requirements for someone who should be given bond pending trial.
Everything that judges are supposed to look at under the statute, does she have a record? Does she have a long history of fleeing to avoid prosecution? Is she a threat to get that? Answer that stuff.
Now, Connie is the wife of Roland Police Chief Hubert Graham. She was arrested June 27th along with her two sons, Bobby McClellan and Luke Locklear. Locklear and McClellan are both charged with felony conspiracy and altering, stealing, or destroying evidence. McClellan also faces an accessory charge. Both were given $1 million bonds. And all three are still in jail tonight. Britt says after looking at the evidence at the probable cause hearing, he feels he can request bond for Graham a third time. And you'll find all of our coverage on this case at WBTW.com. A man wanted in Horry County that led to this response here. Take a look. Along the 17 bypass a couple months ago is in custody tonight. U.S. Marshals tracked Terrell Jeffries to Delaware. Back on May 1st, the Horry County Sheriff's Office got a tip Jeffries was in a building on the frontage road across from Palmetto Point Boulevard, but did not find him. Jeffries will be sent back to Horry County to face assault and gun charges. North Myrtle Beach Fire Rescue is introducing new technology on all of its emergency vehicles to help improve response times and help keep first responders and drivers safe. The Haas Alert system currently works with Waze and Apple Maps. The system gives drivers up to 30 seconds warning when an emergency vehicle is approaching or responding to an emergency ahead, giving them enough time to slow down and move over.
Because it's based off navigation, and summertime in a town like this, most of the people who are in town are running some kind of navigation app or their vehicle's navigation because they're not from the area. So we realized the vast benefit we would get from it to let people know that we're either approaching or that we're on a scene ahead. Maybe they want to go a different way, or please move, slow down, pull over.
The agency is now working with the South Carolina Department of Transportation to connect the system to city traffic lights for an additional safety feature. Well, South Carolina DNR wants your input on the practice of deer hunting with dogs. The agency will host a series of public meetings across the state to gather information. In our area, there's a meeting planned for July 22nd from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Clemson PD Recreation Auditorium on Pocket Road in Darlington County. Any changes to laws would require action from the State General Assembly. Two of the nation's oldest post offices are located in South Carolina's Low Country. One, the Georgetown Post Office on Charlotte Street, has served residents since July 1775. Today, Mayor Jay Doyle officially proclaimed it a historic landmark, saying it's important to recognize a service people often take for granted.
Reminder of how much we have to be grateful for. I mean, we have so much in this country and that we don't appreciate. I mean, your mail just shows up every day, and and we just take it for granted. And if it doesn't, boy, do we hear about it. So it's good that we finally get to celebrate and give credit where credit is due.
The Georgetown Post Office and a post office in downtown Charleston are among 62 original post offices in the country still serving customers. We've talked about the impact the high temperatures this week can have on people, but don't forget your four-legged friends. Dogs don't sweat like humans and mostly cool down by panting, but there are things you can do to help your pet cool down.
The first thing is get them to a cool spot to shade. Don't put them in cold water or put cold water on them. Cool water is advisable,
Cool water. Okay.
But really the most important thing after you get them to a cooler spot is to call the veterinarian because they know your pet and they can advise you if it's time for you to bring the pet in to see them immediately.
Excessive panting, drooling, a bright red tongue, fatigue, or vomiting are all signs of possible heat stroke in pets. Experts recommend walking your dog during cooler times of the day and doing a hand test to make sure the pavement isn't too hot for their paws. Krista.
And today brought us near normal temperatures, although we were still very warm in the upper 80s and even some upper 90s. We saw 96 today in Florence, 87 though in Myrtle Beach. We only are going to warm up from here. We'll have more on that heat for the weekend coming up after the break.